Can I be a hype beast now? Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. These actually don't need any introduction. You guys already know what they are. It's the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Fragment collaboration. I think that these are gorgeous. This particular pair right here, the shape is so great. The semi-waxed laces, all of them, awesome. The materials on these, so buttery. And this is the fake pair.
What?
Don't worry, we got a real pair to compare them to, so stay tuned. Now, real quick, I do want to just address one thing, is that I do like collabs, okay? And I do like new stuff. I know there's a lot of people out there that seem to have their own weird narrative that I only like OG things, which I love, okay? But there's some OGs that I don't love. And there are some new things that I absolutely do love, just like there are new things that I don't love. So everything is my personal preference. If you ever hear me say an opinion of mine, it's just an opinion of mine. It doesn't have to be your opinion. It's not a knock on you or your taste. It's just that that's what I like. And then I mix that in with a bunch of factual information, like what the materials are like and the tech specs and all that stuff. So that's what we do here. I do love this shoe right here. I think that the black toe colorway of the Jordan 1 is fantastic, making them in this Nightwing-ish blue, which I know is the Fragment thing, but for me, it's the Nightwing thing. And yeah, this is gorgeous. Now, with all that being said, we do have a quick word from our sponsor, and that is the good folks over at Wanted. What is Wanted? That's a great question. It's actually a new app, semi-new. You might be just hearing about it for the first time, but they're actually a really cool app to where if you have to, which is most of us, go the resale route with something like this, because it's impossible to get something like this on release date. I mean, it's impossible to get something like this on release date. So one of the cool features that they actually offer is that you can scan the barcodes. That's this guy right here, the little box label. Not the QR code, that's different. That'll take you over to the Nike site, even on the fake pair. But you scan that barcode right there and it'll actually automatically add, including the size that you have, to your inventory, so you can keep a detailed list of all of your collection. One of the other cool little features is that it shows you exactly what they're worth, like the last sale, and if you care about that. I don't really, but it's nice to know, I guess, for some people. But one of the greatest features, in my opinion, of Wanted is that it's actually an aggregate site. So that means that they're actually pulling all of the sales information from all of the other resale sites, which is not a retail thing, okay? So retail is one thing, which is what the shoes are supposed to go for. But in today's society, we have this whole resale. Wanted actually collects all of that information from all of the resale platforms, giving you the best deal for something like this. So if you're looking for this particular shoe, for instance, it'll let you know where the best price is. You don't have to go bouncing around from app to app or from site to site. It's all in one place, all over at Wanted. And last but not least, they also have a fair price advisor, which allows you to know if the price that you're looking at is actually a fair price or not, whether you're going to buy or sell. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, make sure that you click our link in the description box below. It'll head you over to Wanted, where you can check everything out. You can download the app. It's free. You'll probably like it. Now, with all of that being said, I almost feel like we should add in the, what's her name? Olivia Rodrigo.
God, it's brutal out here.
If you're a sneakerhead, man, you're this crazy. So first things first, the boxes, almost identical, okay? Even this thing is the same. The only thing that I noticed that's a difference is this little text up here that says the measurements of the box lid, or the sleeve. The font on the fake pair is a little thicker, but it's the same font, so it's damn near impossible to know. You gotta really put them side by side. The boxes themselves are the same. When I scanned this barcode, it was the same. When you scan the QR code, it brings you to the Nike site. I don't know how they're doing all this. You match these things up, can you tell? Only because I told you what to look for, but can you tell like right off the bat?
No.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. Now, the way that you guys are gonna be able to tell which one's real and which one's not is that I left the laces in the real ones, and these ones are brand new, okay? They both have the same leather though. That's the weird part to me. They're sourcing the same that they're sourcing. That's a bad sign if you're Jordan Brand. If they're able to get it, the same thing that you're getting, and then put them together identically, that's some scary stuff. Which means that you should not be paying resale for something like this, especially when those were like $160.
Damn!
But anyways, these guys right here, right off the bat, I just gotta say they're gorgeous. Like I said, it's that whole black toe vibe, but with a royal back. I think it's awesome. Obviously, this is a take or a takedown of the original Fragment Air Jordan 1, which was again a black toe Air Jordan 1 high, but instead of the red, it was actually blue back there, and it looked great, man. It was a great shoe, great colorway. I did try for these. I failed miserably everywhere. I don't know if raffles are rigged, but sure as hell feels like it. But if you do happen to get a pair, the leather on these guys is great. I think that it's awesome. It's super soft, super supple. The swoosh even, super nice. I love that there's a weird pink trim behind that. It's dope. One of the things that I think is so funny though, I'm actually wearing my pair right here, so hold on. So I had to buy 2 of these, okay? The first pair was and that was the pair that I actually reviewed. I did get a second pair of these, which are quite dirty. I wear these almost every day. This pair came out really nice, despite how they look currently. Like, these are 2 different shoes. So they labeled this as the OG1 low, but it's not. Look at the toes. See how wide that is? This one? You do see it, right? Do you?
Which part is wide? The trim?
The white. See how much wider that is versus this one's all narrow? You guys see it, don't you? Don't you? Man. Anyways, the toe shape on these guys is just not like these. These are more like the actual OG. The swoosh is the same as well as the eyelets. There's actually 8 on here instead of on this one, where they f***ed that up somehow. So these were properly made like these. So why couldn't all the other ones, like those orange joints that I just showed you? They're not made right. They're not made like this. You shouldn't call them the OG low if they're not truly the OG low.
Touché.
But again, the materials on these guys are awesome. I absolutely love them. I love everything about these. I love the aged vintage look on the tongue, the fragment and cactus jack stuff that you got on the little patches right here. Awesome. The tongue tabs, awesome. All of which is the same. Identical to the eye. Now there's only really 2 tells that I can tell on this particular pair of fakes, and that is when you hold them side by side and the swooshes are slightly different colors. So this guy right here is a little bit off from the midsole, whereas the swoosh and the midsole here are the same exact color. The second thing would be the logos and the placements. The logos are very minorly different. You can only really tell if you get up close, and if they're on someone's foot, I doubt anybody's gonna try to do that. But also the placement. This one is like weirdly like spaced, like almost perfectly spaced, whereas this one's like kind of squished. This is the way they're supposed to look, the squished one. Now, the only other way to tell, besides those 2 little minor things, and maybe the font thing, if you're lucky enough to be able to compare them with a real pair side by side before you buy them, the only real way to know is with one of these things. This is a black light, and I got this from Amazon. It's like 30 bucks. When you put this on things, okay? They glow, like the white things and all that stuff. The tongue tab glows, the tongue tag also glows. None of the stitching glows except right there at the base of the tongue. This stitching right here does glow, and on the real pair, they do not. The other thing is that there's weird like markings on the real pair, like this little weird dot right there. I don't know what to call them, maybe like a watermark or something like that. It's like invisible, but it's on the real pair's midsole. It's not on these ones, but the only other way to really tell is by going over the box, the face of it, where that sticker is. There's a weird extra stamp that's not on the real pairs. It's only on the fake pairs, like a Chinese stamp. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's the factory that they're making them from, and it's like their little like insignia or something. I really don't know. All I know is that it's not on the real pair. However, there are fake pairs that are identical to this that don't have all of the tell signs, like the backs are the same, the swoosh color and the midsole are the same, and they don't have that weird stamp on the front. So again, I really wouldn't buy something like this resale, because I just don't feel like there's 100% accuracy at this point, being able to decipher one or the other, especially when something's this expensive. Everybody's trying to fake that thing so they can get their come up. We know people personally that have bought shoes resale for like $600 thinking that they're getting a deal. And wrong. It is what it is. It's your choice and all that stuff. I'm just saying, insert Olivia Rodrigo here.
God, it's brutal out here.
I will say though, as far as sizing is concerned, the shoes itself, they do fit true to size. So if you happen to be looking for a pair, that's what I would do. You could also go down half a size if you wanted a super snug fit. But you guys let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Are you willing to pay for some shit like this when you can get it for $150? I mean, you just shouldn't. You shouldn't, especially when you can't tell what's real anymore. It's insane. Big thank you to our sponsor once again, the Wanted app. If you're interested in checking anything like that out, again, making sure that you get the best deal for that aftermarket thing, which is at this point inevitable. Yep, they're gone, just like that. All the shoes dusted. I don't want to go, Mr. Stark. I don't want to go. Sorry. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one.